What is going on? I'm zmoT. As you can see here, my endless reserves have expired, which is not so bad because there's no crab shadow right here. A bunch of you have been asking, where is the crab shadow? The answer is there's no crab shadow. It's supposed to be here in early April, and the reason for that is apparently in one of the notes they mentioned, maybe in the Ask Me Anything, they mentioned they can't do a crab without doing an update. So we're going to get crab sometime after Warships. So for now, I'm just going to do Imitation Game. Thankfully, we have cheap diamonds, unlimited cheap 90% off troops. So I guess not cheap diamonds, but cheap troops, I should have said. Yesterday, War Factory. Today, Imitation Game. What we're going to do is we're just going to try and fly through this. I'm going to try and do it as easily and simply as possible. Just trying to get those low-level players the extra stones, the extra resources that come from the Imitation Game. And we're going to try and lose as few troops, try and use as little smoke, as little crafty maneuvers as possible, and just show you guys how it can be done, hopefully, or how it shouldn't be done, which can happen as well. And let's just get some medics in there. Hopefully should not use them, not require them all that much. Obviously, you shouldn't just be barraging the core and hoping that you have enough GBE. If you're a smart player, you'd actually check the health. But I'm just going to do the first couple stages and then we'll figure it out from there. Can usually do stages 1 and 2, maybe 3 as well with the baby GBE. Not a lot going on with me right now. I am really excited for Warships though. I really do hope that it comes out soon and that it's awesome and exciting and that there's all sorts of balancing and changes and excitement and new metas and all of that jazz, because it would really be super awesome if we could just freshen things up a little bit. As a content creator, I think is my title or my tag or something like that. The idea of Warships bringing the ability or more content sources sounds very exciting, because as some of you have noted in the last little bit, you can only really do so many Dr. T stages, so many War Factories. I really hope War Factory gets changed, updated. I hope Dr. T gets changed and updated, but more importantly, I hope that Warships is a huge success and incredibly fun. We'll have to wait and find out though. Fingers are crossed. Actually, my toes are crossed. I'm one of those weird people who has crossed toes, not to the point where it's like I'm tripping over them, but I do have crossed toes ever so slightly. That's why I'm just so lucky, I suppose. Strange tidbit about me that no one wanted to know, I'm sure. My kids have it too, though, which is clearly genetic. Lucky kids. What more could you ask for in your gene pool than that? Let's keep carrying on because this just got weird and awkward. So, Imitation Game, Stage 4, against Brain Picker. I'm very curious to see if Imitation changes, if there's going to be any sort of changes to the base game, or if it's all going to be Warships. We don't know. So, I don't know if there's going to be any quality of life improvements, or if they're just adding Warships beside it. We should find out in the next 2 weeks, I would guess. Maybe 3 weeks. I think they said early April, though. I think they said early April. So I don't know what they consider early April. I also don't know what they consider to be early 2019. So we're just going to have to keep keeping our appendages crossed and see where that leads us. Now, I just remembered that I don't have endless reserves, so all this time I've been trying to reload my troops. It's very strange when your endless reserves expires, and that's what's happened to me. So what we're going to do here is get rid of a bunch of rocket launchers and see if we can't take down Stage 5. Gotta use some GBE here. Come on, there we go. Now, hopefully the critters are going to clear some mines, because if not, we're going to be in a world of problems. Now, I'm going to hit the critter swarm. Was really hoping that the critters would go slightly more right of there, but maybe these ones will clean up. Let's just back up just a little bit. Can only hit a couple mines at a time, just seesawing our troops. And as a result, we're going to lose a couple of our medics. Not the end of the world, but with RZM, you really need to be careful about hitting some mines and getting hit by mortars and all of those sorts of things. And I have not been careful with that so far. But RZM is the go-to troop combo if you're not super comfortable with squishy troops, but you want to crush things. Now, I just noticed my microphone is going all red occasionally. I'm not sure if I'm bumping it or what, so probably gonna have to update fix my audio in post a little bit. My apologies if my audio is not ideal. I know yesterday I had that weird phone call. No one seemed to care, but those kind of things bug me more than they probably should. So stage 5, very easy. And this is where you want to get to. Right now, you want to be at the stage, you want to be at stage 6 with 3 attacks. That way you can choose if you use 3 attacks on stage 6, 2 attacks on stage 6. Now, we have attacked this stage many times. I want to say we've attacked this stage at least 4 to 5 times, and I think I've only soloed it like once. Pretty sure that it has gotten the best of me way more times than it probably should have. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to switch to to Universal Remote, and I'm just going to set this up to take it down in 2 easy attacks. This stage, it shouldn't be difficult, it shouldn't be super hard, but for whatever reason, it has gotten the best of me. So I'm just going to use the Universal Remote. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to mark this rocket launcher, I'm going to flare right to there, and then I'm going to get rid of the rocket launcher, and I'm going to get rid of that other rocket launcher on the other side, just because honestly, I have had way too many issues with this stage, and if it wasn't my first time doing the stage, I probably would have never done this, but I think I failed this stage like, I want to say like 4 times. Like, it's just every time there seems to be some sort of issue with me and this stage. So we're just going to take it super simple and walk Everspark right into a boom mine exactly as I planned it every time. Every time. Even the fact that I didn't attempt to double hack that just shows that this stage is under my skin, and it gets me. I don't know what it is about it. I can't even explain it. This stage is not that difficult. I think I laughed at this base the first time I saw it, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes you just struggle against a base, and even if you shouldn't, and that is the case for me on this stage in particular. So if any of my troops hit any of those mines, I'm going to get absolutely devastated. So I'm just going to let my rifles walk forward. We're going to clean this out a little bit and hope that my medics can get my rifles back to being not dead. See, that's the problem with low level rifles. You just get absolutely demolished as soon as you get hit by a single mine. So all we're going to do is try and tidy this up just a little bit for the next attack. This shock launcher is going to just wreck me. We're going to clear some mines. I'm going to throw my artillery on this shock launcher here, hoping to get that down, and this should be an easy second hit. I know this is crazy to do it this way, but I highly recommend just try to get it down into... I've failed I think I've failed on that stage like 3 times even, just because there's so much going on. It's not even that hard of a stage. It's not even that hard of a base. It's just with low-level troops, there's a bunch of mines, and trying to get to the back or whatever costs quite a bit of GBE. So take it down in 2. That is my best possible advice for you. Now that that's done, we've got some rifles coming out, we've got some Zookas coming out, and now we're going to walk right over into here, and I'm going to try and clear a bunch of these mines. We're going to use some smokes, and then I'm going to go something like 1 and 2, just trying to get all of my troops in the general vicinity of where we want them. And as soon as one of them pops out right about now, we're going to shock some things. I swear, I don't know what it is about this stage. Let me know if you guys have a certain type of base that haunts you once in a while. Like if you just run into a specific base. I'm going to fail again. You see this? Just getting wrecked by everything, even though there's no possible reason for that to be happening. Just about to lose all of my troops one more time. It's going to be so close if we can actually get this down. Just need desperately for that hot pot machine gun and mortar to go down. I think we might have it, but look at this. Oh, I'm about to walk right into that mine too. No! Poof! So this is going to be so... I'm just making it look way harder than it needs to be. There is no reason for your... Just please clear the mines. Clear the mines, keep that hot pot shocked, and you should be okay. Seriously, I tried to set it up for an easy finish and then still managed to screw this up. But thankfully, that boom cannon should help us a little bit. It's going to draw some fire. It's going to let us get in and get that last shield generator down. And then we can just move away, let the critters clear to keep that boom cannon occupied. And wow, just making things as difficult as possible. Let's get rid of that machine gun as well. Something to do at this point, because that way our critters are going to keep out front. And down goes stage 6 in a very difficult manner. Low-level rifles plus max mines, just not a great combo. Those mortars with a little bit of ice were one-shotting our troops as well. So now we have stage 7 with 1 attack left. Let's see what we need to do here. Rocket launcher. See, look at this. This rocket launcher is... We have a hot beach here, so this is going to be a tough stage as well for players who do not have a lot of GBE. My microphone is just not happy today. Seeing lots and lots of red, even when I'm not talking. So hopefully my audio is not as bad as I think it is. We're going to try and solo this. I'm going to have to use Heavy Zooka just because we can't get rid of everything, and it's going to be a tough stage. So we're going to load... We're going to load the ladies. We're going to load in 2 boats of heavies and really hope that we can somehow get this down. I'm not super hopeful. I'm not super optimistic, but we're going to try our best, and hopefully this has helped you guys somehow. Maybe if you're level 40, for example, you're going to plan to get stage 6 down and ignore stage 7, so you'll use like 2 on stage 5, 2 on stage 6, something like that. But this is going to be a tough one. Hot beach with this rocket launcher, and then a whole bunch of GBE later on. So let's just try to do something, anything. I'm trying to figure out where we should hit from. I think I'm going to hit from the left-hand side because this machine gun is wide. There's just more machine guns on this side. So we're going to hit from over behind this sniper tower is my plan. And we'll see how that goes. Probably going to be a big, huge, fat failure, but we will find out very soon. Going to clear 1 mine. Going to throw my heavies out front, Zookas in behind. Try to save at least 1 smoke here in the process. And then smoke our Zookas very late, just so that the heavies keep getting shot at. And then we'll just keep moving along. Now this is saving GBE because we did not have to smoke the shore, and we can possibly, just possibly, get back there with a little bit of GBE left. 1 and 2 smokes at the end. We got a chance. We have 3 shocks, I think. So we should have the opportunity to rush forward. We're going to shock right here, and right here, and right here, and just hope that our heavies stay out front, and maybe, just maybe, take this down. Look at that. That was nice. I liked that attack a lot. That was good. That's how Heavy Zooka should be played, to the most part. And taking down stage 7 in surprising fashion. The come-from-behind underdog win. So, that's it. That's all. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. As always, hopefully we get some Warships news soon. Super stoked on that. Otherwise, as always, thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace.